yeah, I'ma act a fool with this, ayy. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this, ayy. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this, ayy. I turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah, then I hit that. I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that.
It is a lovely night here in the Midwest, and the roof is open, and it's time for football at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Indianapolis Colts. Fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Their own 21-yard line.
They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
And it brings up 3rd down.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
Brought down.
A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
7 yards there on the first down screen play. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
A carry from a nearby collegiate star, Indiana's Jordan Howard. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
The tackle made by...
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Third down.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Here's Breida. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
He was brought down.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Gain of 3 on the play. First down, Miami.
Tua now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now it's Breida. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He's got his man. It's Williams.
Tagovailoa.
And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Tua finding Williams for a Dolphin first down. On first down, here's Breida. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Tua. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, that's earned it by their play, the psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll get this up to about the 40. The tackle made by Landon Roberts.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. They run with Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
We're scoreless after one.
The first quarter with no score.
Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Brissett. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. The 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are on the board first here tonight. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They run with Breida. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
He's got a man. It's Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
First down, Dolphins.
This is Breida. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now a give running left is Breida. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
on the handoff. This is Breida. It looks like he's going to be stopped short of the first down by about a yard. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
They run forward, Breida. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And over the middle, this is Parker. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Complete to Devontae Parker. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Colts' 31-yard line.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Here's a handoff left side to Breida. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
3rd down.
Looking to pass. Tua. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
1st and goal.
One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll look to run with Taylor. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line.
Short of the goal line.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, as the first half is winding down. And the Colts add on to their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, it held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now a give to Breida. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Now a timeout taken.
He was taken down.
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And he'll give it here to his running back. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much since. Tua, a final shot before half. Eluding the pressure right. He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. The toss here completed to Pittman. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
3rd and short yardage, Brissett. He's going to fire one. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. Oh, touchdown, Indianapolis. Trey Burton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Tua sets up to pass it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Tua. It's caught by Parker. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Out of bounds at his own 40.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down at the Colts 44. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. It's complete to Parker left side. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
The Dolphin 1st down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Tua. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
3rd quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They run again with Breida. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
This is caught. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Adam Shaheen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got room. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 10-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 51 yards on the ground. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Back now in Indianapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
From midfield, here's Tua. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the the 26. A huge play that time for the Colts. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Taylor. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. Good. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
6-yard line.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On play action, here's Tua. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Intercepted.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
At the 36-yard line.
On play action, Brissett rolling to his right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, Brissett. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's Breida. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Out of the gun on third down, here's Tua. And that will be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Tagovailoa going for it on fourth down. Throw left side complete. It's Parker. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And judging by our score line, they have 6-0 in their future as they look to grind this one down a little. They've got it first and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 2nd and 7 from the 20.
Check. Lucky. Slam. Check 24. Check.
They run once more with Taylor. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Off the play fake, here's Brissett. Looking for Campbell downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Xavier Howard up to make the tackle. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
A 1-yard pickup.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Indianapolis, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.